I was sitting somewhere at a hotel here in Nairobi in February of 2020, and a breaking news item came on the news, Madam Speaker, that the then Governor Sonko was actually at State House signing a deed of transfer of functions of the county government to the national government. I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. In fact, Madam Speaker, it is the one time that I've been caught flat-footed about the possibility of such things happening under sanction of our constitution. I didn't know that it could be done. I was in shock. Madam Speaker, 2 months later, Governor Sonko was saying he signed that thing under duress. In April of 2020, he told us that he was signing it under duress. And it was a dark time for those of us who believe in devolution, because the question is still out there. Those of us who are of the opinion that Nairobi needs to be managed differently, Madam Speaker, has the NMS done any better? As we speak today, over 20 billion shillings outstanding still as pending bills. They hired people the same way that the county government does. Madam Speaker, there were very serious questions as to whether the NMS was following procurement procedures in some of the works that you saw being done at lightning speed, because they were not as hamstrung by the same rules of procurement that the county government was hamstrung. We have a problem with leadership in Nairobi. And as I have explained to you, even in 2020, part of the problem was the then leadership. Madam Speaker, I think I've dwelt enough on this particular subject, so that allow me to deal with the substance of this bill. But I beg my colleagues not to look at Nairobi as a problem, as a county that needs to be managed by a manager. No, the people of Nairobi have suffrage. They deserve services being devolved to the lowest possible level. They deserve to see members of county assembly, people they can ask about the road passing outside their house. They deserve to be able to ask the governor why the garbage at Umoja Inako has not been collected since September. Who will they ask, Honorable Halwale, when you tell us that there is this manager who's going to come? And the experience of the NMS was that the manager for Nairobi City County was holed up at State House, an institution you know some of us in the opposition cannot be allowed to visit. So, Madam Speaker, for me, I want to be able to see the governor, the person responsible for my resources. I want to be able to see the MCA, and so on and so forth. And I want this House to know that those problems of employment, overemployment, and spending the bulk of the money on personal emoluments and salaries are also present in Nairobi. If you speak to the finance officer in Nairobi, she will tell you that the exchequer amount that comes to Nairobi every month is equivalent to the salary that goes out. So very little in terms of revenue excesses for development is left. But Nairobi has potential to collect so much in terms of on-source revenue. And Madam Speaker, the problem is that we have not been able to see loopholes. As we speak right now in the County Assembly of Nairobi, there's a very serious inquiry into the revenue streams, whether we are collecting, whether we are managing our own revenue management system. When my governor appeared before the committee that is led very ably by the Senator for Homa Bay, he told us that the servers running the revenue collecting system were at City Hall, that he can see them. Madam Speaker, Senator Kajwang will be shocked to learn today that in fact those servers, nobody knows where they are. Nobody knows where they are. The MCAs have tried to ask questions. The governor is dodgy, and nobody can show you. If we go to City Hall, which is just walking distance from here, you will not see those servers.